make sure that we represent Baylor as a university and as an institution the right way. And so I think that all that ties over into recruiting.
Was there a moment this season where you actually, realized or just that a bowl game was within reach?
Yeah, man, I expected to go to one. I said it, I would say that probably beating Oklahoma State was a defining moment for that, because that gave us three cracks down the stretch to do it. And then, obviously, that last win was it. But I would say that Oklahoma State win was probably a really pivotal moment for this football team. They had just won the week before and beaten Texas, and for us to come back to the way those guys did was big. And so that really kind of put us in a position where it said, hey, we have multiple opportunities to do this. But I think it's a good lesson for our players. You look back and you say, it was the Texas Tech. It was beating Abilene Christian. It was beating all the wins. At the end of the year, the wins don't count more or less. And so we've got to now become a team as we move forward that at the end of the day, we won 6 games, we lost 4, we got beat twice. Oklahoma and West Virginia, kicked our doors down, and they're 2 of the top teams in the country. The other 4 games, we feel like we play a little bit better here, a little bit better there. We have a better chance in those games, and so there's a lot of lessons to take from the year. But that Oklahoma State win was probably a pivotal one in getting to this point.
What was the players' reaction when they found out Texas Bowl?
They're not here, so I don't know.
Yeah, you haven't heard anything?
But they've been texting, and they've been on me all day. They think I have more information than I do. My son, because we've been recruiting all day, is like, you have to know. I swear I don't. So it was cool just to see as I said, just the fact that how excited they are to stay in Texas and go to Houston. That's all I hear about all the time from the Houston guys is H-Town and the H and this and that. They love their city, and I think that's really cool that we're going to go back and play in their hometowns and how awesome it is for their families and their parents. And I think that's a big part of this for a lot of our guys. They've been through a lot, and they have a chance to play home, they have a chance to play in their home state, they have a chance to play in front of their family and friends. I know they're excited about that.
You talked about it before, but how important, can you reiterate how important this is for these seniors that have been through all of this?
Well, I think it's so important for our seniors for a couple reasons, right? I mean, I'd like to finish with a winning season, with a winning record. Had a chance to get to 7 wins to go. I think we went +5 this year. You said something. What did you say to me?
It's the most, ties for the most in the country with Florida and Syracuse +5.
So going +5 wins ties us with Florida and Syracuse, as he said, for most wins. So I'd like to go +6, but I think it's also just the thing that I'm most proud about this team is how they've kind of been a team. I probably had like 16 or 17, maybe 18 of our players at my house last night because we were waiting for the recruits come to my house, and they were all there sort of first. We were watching the Alabama game, and it's just kind of cool for me to see how old guys, young guys, guys of different races, different positions, different places, kind of all hanging out. And that's a credit to our seniors. They've been so good about involving everyone in the team. And so for them to have one more chance to go out and play as a team, I think is really, really important. And then I don't know that anyone can ever really understand all that they have been through. I can't. And I've just been on the front lines of it for about 2 years now. But I can't, or I guess 2 years, but I can't understand everything that they've been through. And so to come out where it's a positive story and there's these, all the tweets today are happy and the guys are fired up and excited. They did that and they earned it, and they did it through hard work. And that's, if you learn a lesson coming out of our program, it's that, hard work isn't punishment. And if you want something in life, you have to earn it. And, this is, for me, it's just like a step, like, okay, we got to 6 and 6, we got to a bowl game, but for them, it's an accomplishment. And, so I'm just proud of our seniors. And I think I've said that a lot of times. It might be boring to everybody, but like, Tyquan Thornton's never going to know what it's like to not go to a bowl game. He better not. This better be the standard. And that was done by those seniors.
Have you seen some of the early steps of leadership in your junior class after you talked to them about what this means and start to take over?
Yeah, and so we practiced Friday, we practiced Saturday, and we practiced. Friday was just all the really young guys. So like a lot of the juniors, the Clay Johnsons, the guys with 1,000 reps. They didn't practice at all, but I had all those other guys coached. And then yesterday I had just the seniors not practice, but all the other guys. And Yeah, you can see guys understanding that, that there's a certain way to do things and now it's our way. And you can see those guys demanding that. You can see those guys holding each other accountable. And I like our junior class. The guys that are going to be seniors, I think they're going to, Sam Tecklenburg up front on the offensive line. I mean, he's been a leader, but now, last couple of days it's been his team. And Clay Johnson's been his team, and Jordan Williams and Blake Lynch, and many more. So I think you've definitely seen that. And now what we'll have to do, though, is we'll have to, because I've been talking about next year with all the young guys. Now that we have a bowl opponent, we'll bring it back in. And this is about this team and going 1-0 against Vanderbilt and ending this season the right way. But I've been really pleased with that junior class and the things that they've done.
Matt, once you knew you were in a bowl game, some were slotted, some were invitational based on the playoff. Once you got it and you knew you were going and you knew it was the Texas Bowl, did you care who you played?
Oh no, I mean, I thought it was really important for us I thought it was really cool for us to play an SEC team. That's a premier conference, and I thought it'd be really important for us to go get a Power 5 win, and have a chance to do that's important. So I was excited about that. But even walking out here, I was kind of joking with him because as I was left my office, I still didn't know who we were playing. So I was going to give you guys a bunch of coach speak. You're like, hey, they're a football team. I don't know who it is. Let you insert it later. But I think the respect I have for Vanderbilt. Coach Mason, Derek Mason. Now they had to win their last 2 games to get bowl eligible, right? I mean, they went out and earned this. They're going to be excited to play. And we're playing one of the best quarterbacks in the country, and they know how to play defense. And so I think all those things will be really good for our team. We need to go out and defend a really good quarterback, and we need to see if we can play better up front versus a really good SEC defensive line. So I was excited about those matchups, but at the end of the day, the issue is always us, and I can't control who we play. I can't control you. I wanted to make sure that our guys were in this moment. But I think the matchup for us is a good one in terms of it's going to make us have to develop some areas that have not been our strengths. Because if you don't play well on the offensive line, again, I was up there watching. This morning after recruiting, I've been watching Vanderbilt, and I was watching Auburn. I was just trying to get a feel for everybody. And if you're not good up front, you're gonna have a hard time versus any Coach Mason team.
Yeah, you kind of answered it, but how do you balance that development of those younger guys and then just getting ready for a game?
Yeah, these Friday, Saturday practices during recruiting are more about development. But then once we get through, this weekend coming up,
Right.
Now it'll become a bowl week. So we'll do a bowl prep, then give them a couple days, and then do another bowl prep. So we'll do 2 weeks to get ready for the game. And so right now guys have a lot of things they have to handle. They have to handle finals. We have to finish well academically. We have to continue to do the right things off the field. So we can't have any distractions, and they have to stay in shape. So those are the things I'm asking them to do. We're not practicing during the week. Coaches are recruiting. We're all over the country right now. But on the weekends, we need to focus on developing, and then after this past next weekend, we'll hit more into hey, let's get ready for bowl prep, and that'll be that last week, the 15th.